Hey friends! Welcome to today's Pick a Card Tarot reading. So today what we are doing is asking, what does your inner child want you to know? So we all have an inner child. Basically, this is us. It's just, the childhood version of ourselves. And when we start to move into a more heart-centered based living, a big part of that is reintegrating your inner child and sort of reaccepting the parts of yourself that maybe you have left behind. A lot of times when we grow older, we kind of like let go of certain parts of ourselves, or based on societal conditioning, we might think, well, oh, I need to be more mature, or I need to, I need to be more serious. And, a lot of those things are fine and good for children, or for, people who, don't have responsibilities. And you might even think that you want to be more aligned with your inner child, but you just, are feeling blocked from it or something, or, who knows? So we've got open-ended messages here from your inner child today, and we're going to find out what you need to know. So I have 3 different piles for you to choose from today. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So go ahead and check out the description section of this video, where I will link to which one is your reading. So anyway, once again, that's pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Feel free to click on the link in the description section, and I will meet you in your reading. Hi there, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. This is, what does your inner child want you to know? So I've got 4 different decks today, and a lot of them I'm going to do, a bunch of tarot cards in each one. So we'll figure out what it is together here. So first up, we have one card, though, what I'm starting out these readings with. It's one card from the Fairytale Lenormand, because it's got that, like, fairy tale childhood symbolism stuff. So you got the Tower, which, is definitely related to the Tower card in the tarot, but it's got an extra dimension in this particular deck, because it is, I still read it like the Tower, where it's this big change in your life that's happening, but it's also kind of like this Rapunzel energy. You see, she's got her hair down. So to me, even further, I tend to equate this with, you have the tools at your disposal to get yourself out of any tricky situation. And it's this ingenuity, it's this out-of-the-box thinking. So I feel like maybe you've been feeling stuck, because Rapunzel's stuck in her tower there. And your inner child is coming in to let you know that, that you have the power to get out of whatever situation you might be seemingly stuck in. And in reality, you've got this ingenuity, this ingenuitive spirit that can get you out of whatever situation you're in. And just look at, she's got that braid there going all the way down. It's like, with your inner child is coming in to let you know that, by connecting with your inner child, that's going to be the key to opening this up again, right? Because, like, it's a very whimsical, silly kind of situation to think about, like, her hair being so long is what saves her from her situation, right? Like, that's ridiculous. But it's a fairy tale, so it's like that silly, ridiculous, wonderful energy. It like changes everything up, and it just like this very, wow, oh, crazy, it's like I feel that energy's coming in for you. It's like that's what your inner child wants you to do, is like connect back into that spirit of like, wow, oh, okay, just like that spirit of surprise and out of the box thinking, like coming out of nowhere, something being, you know, super silly and fun and wonderful, and that being the key to changing everything up, switching everything up, making everything a different way. So let's get into your tarot cards here to just kind of get a better understanding of this reading. So first up, we got 3 from the Wild Unknown Tarot. Got the Magician. Okay. Son of Cups and Death. Okay, so to have the Tower and Death show up at the same time, I definitely feel like you're in a change of phases of life. Like you're definitely moving from one phase of life into another, and that might be a challenge for you. You know, it's never easy to do that kind of thing. It's never easy to transition from one life moment to the other. Like it can be really, really complicated, and sometimes it can be, I mean, sometimes it can, sometimes it can't, but you know, it's like everything's about to change for you. You're moving into something completely different, a different life, a different way of perceiving life with the Death card here, but then a different physical looking life too with the Tower together. So it's like you've got something different coming in, and it's a new beginning because you also have the Son of Cups, which is the Page of Cups in most decks. And so with the pages are all about a new start. It's a new beginning. They're also kind of like they're at the beginning stages of learning something. So it's like you're at the beginning of this new journey, and it's in the cups, which means it's in the heart center. It's in the heart space. It's in your emotions, your emotional body. It's like a movement towards happiness. So I really do feel like, because this is specifically a reading coming from your inner child is coming in to let you know, like, to tune into that childlike wonder and spirit again, and to allow that to help you release anything that's stagnant in your consciousness right now, anything that's not working anymore, you know, any of these things that, you know, have felt so serious and so, you know, downtrodden potentially, and just sort of like getting really caught up in that sort of seriousness of life. Sometimes life can feel really serious, you know, and I feel like you're at a turning point where you're going to start bringing in some more of this whimsy, and that's going to help you, and that's coming from the Magician here too. So it's not only your inner child that you're going to connect in with this, but it's also your intuition and you know, the other, you know, the great whatever, you know, the other realms, however you want to conceive of that, because the Magician is deeply, deeply divinely connected to those other worlds, those other realms, those other modes of being and understanding. And then the Magician takes what they see there and then brings that into their lives. They bring that into the world around them. They bring that other world into this world, and so it's like you have that ability to make that happen for you and for the world around you. It's like you're going to be more in tune to your intuition and start shaping the world around you with this Magician card. It's like you have this power, this magic to make anything happen for yourself. And you're going to start to see that. It's like, and especially too, like, look, there's rainbows coming out of this cup, you know? So it's like a new beginning towards happiness. And with the sun behind the leopard in this Magician card, I just feel like you're leaving behind some kind of darker period of your life and moving towards happiness, which is going to be connected into your inner child energy. You know, it's like your inner child is like, yes, this new beginning towards happiness is here for you. It's coming for you, but in order to get it, you have to drop being so serious, you know, about it. You got to start thinking about things in levity. Allow yourself to be a lighter version of yourself, you know. Have celebrate sometimes, have joy, you know, party, you know. You know, you're not gonna go crazy, but you know, enjoy your life, you know. Next up, I have 3 cards from the 1JJ Swiss deck. We've got the 2 of Cups, we've got the Emperor, and we've got the 7 of Swords. Okay, so with that Seven of Swords there, you know, it's like you're definitely overcoming these obstacles. I feel like you've been in some struggle energy for a while, you know? I was getting that sense, but I feel like you're overcoming that struggle now. You're coming out of it. And with that Emperor here too, you know, I was saying don't be so serious, you know, I think that maybe sometimes, you know, you've taken that Emperor's perspective, which is a good perspective a lot to have, you know, it's just important to balance it, you know, but sometimes the Emperor in reverse, the like kind of reversal of this energy is that idea of like a, you know, almost like a tyrannical tyrant, you know, being a tyrant over yourself, you know what I mean, where it's like you feel like, no, this is what I have to do, and there's only one way to make that happen, and I'm going to, you know, I can't have fun all the time, you know, I have to be serious about this. This is my life we're talking about. I have to get X, Y, and Z done by the time that I'm whatever age and in the next 3 months, and if I don't do it, then that means blah blah blah, you know. And but the problem with that is that, like, it's all good to have goals, and it's really important to have a vision, you know. With that Magician card, that Magician has a vision and they move forward with life with that vision. That's really deeply important to do that kind of thing. But you know, you don't have to hold yourself hostage to that either. And I think that's what's really important to remember as you move forward with this inner child energy and this little celebration energy coming in. It's really here to tell you, like, yes, have that vision, you know, have that vision for your life, have those goals, try to make those stuff happen. But, you know, if it's a Saturday and, you know, you were trying to get, you know, a bunch of extra work done and you don't do that extra work, like, don't beat yourself up, you know. Don't beat yourself up if you didn't get the extra stuff done, you know. Don't even beat yourself up if you missed a deadline or you forgot something or just something didn't work out, because that's the nature of life, right? Like, that happens. And instead of beating yourself up about it when that kind of thing happens, you know, celebrate the things you do accomplish. Celebrate how far in life you have come, because, you know, if you look back for the last 5 years, I'm sure you have come very, very, very far, whether you think you have or not. And it's just a matter of opening yourself up to that perspective and allowing that perspective to come in for yourself. And you'll start to see, like, oh, wow, you know what, I have come so far. And that's important. It's important for you to recognize that and to celebrate that. You know, you see this celebration coming out of this cup, and not hold yourself down for, you know, not making those the little deadlines. You know, it's like, look at your life in aggregate, and that's why you look at your future. Look at your future in aggregate, and look at your plans in aggregate, and say, okay, well, okay, this is still what I'm working on, even if I missed that deadline, and now I know I can make the next one, you know, and that kind of thing. And then it's like you're not beating yourself up when not everything works out, you know. And that's where I think this future energy is coming in with your inner child, is saying, okay, we don't need to be that serious. Like, we can still make things happen while also adding in happiness. And that's where it's coming in with this balance energy. That's what the Two of Cups is coming in here. It's asking you to balance those two things out more. You know, it's good to have goals, it's good to be serious, but you also need to have rest. You need to have breaks for yourself, and you need to have a good time too, right? Because life isn't just about the destination. It's not just about that end goal, because that end goal, you know, once it's here, that'll be it. And then you'll be like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? If you're not enjoying the journey that you're also on right now. It's not just about where you're going, it's about how you get there. It's about the day-to-day. It's about enjoying where you are right here, right now, this moment. And your inner child is coming in to let you know, like, I want to have more fun, you know? I want to party more. I want, you know, whatever that means for you. I want to go out and celebrate life more. I don't want to be so serious all the time. It's important to be serious sometimes, you know, like it's good to be responsible, but you have to balance it by being in this enjoyment energy too. Finally, we have 3 cards from the Universal Waite Deck. We've got the Four of Pentacles, the Strength, and the High Priestess. So yeah, with that High Priestess there, it connects right in with that intuition, that Magician card, which is all about your intuition. You're really in this strongly intuitive period coming up here, And you're really being encouraged to follow your intuition as you make these choices, as you move forward, as you connect in with your inner child more. Follow your intuition, because it's coming in hot right now, and it's trying to lead you towards the outcome that's going to be the best for you. And with this Four of Pentacles here, I think it's like, I think you've been trying really hard to play it safe for a long time, and that's kind of where this struggle is actually coming from. Is like, I think maybe you're afraid to branch out a little bit. I think maybe you're a little bit afraid to open up. And, it could be your past energy, what's happened, but, you've locked yourself in this tower here, and now it's time to be Rapunzel to get yourself out and throw your hair out. You know what I mean? It's like you can let down your guard a little bit, because the Four of Pentacles is all about kind of playing it safe and holding your cards really close to yourself, and so you're being encouraged in this moment to loosen up a little bit, lighten up a little bit. This whole reading is just all about like, lighten up a little bit, it's okay. It's going to be okay. It's time for you to celebrate. It's time for you to go out and have some joy, and I can understand, depending on your situation, when we go through a lot of struggle, when we go through really difficult things, it can be really hard to open back up again after that, and it can be really easy to just stay really closed off from the world, because it's a protection thing. But you don't need to protect yourself that much, because you're stronger than you think you are with this strength coming in. You're a very, very strong person. You're able to make things happen, and you're able to protect yourself, and you're more protected in life too, with your angels and your guides, and however you conceive of your spirit team. You're more protected than you think you are. And so, I definitely think too, with this High Priestess and this Magician card as well, I think you're being encouraged to ask for help a little bit more from them too, and to ask to see them in your life. You can do that every day. Just be like, hey, can you give me a sign that you're out there? And they will. And so then once you start seeing that more, you can let your guard down a little bit, and know that, you can tell yourself, okay, I'm protected. It's going to be okay. I can get through this, and I can open myself up again. I can talk to people again. I can let new energy into my life. I can move forward in a new direction. And I see, as you start to do that, things start to open up for you a little bit more. You're going to be opening yourself up more, and you'll be surprised. The more you have downtime, and you have fun time, and you have me time where you celebrate, and you have your inner child time where you go out and play, the more you give yourself that outlet, the more you're going to be able to get those projects done. The more you're going to be able to work towards those goals. All of that stuff is going to actually open up even more for you, because you're giving yourself the space to have that extra space, so it's just like, it's so important to give yourself that extra space, because it's really, really, really going to help you out. So anyway, pile number one, that was my reading for you. I hope that it resonates. Please let me know in the comments what you think of it either way. I love hearing from all of you. If you like my videos, please, please, please subscribe. I'm super honored to have as many subscribers as I have so far, but I'm building the channel up. We're going to have a lot more stuff coming in at 1,000. So, more giveaways, more things for people. So just stay tuned with that. So share these videos, get your friends to join. I'm really excited. Yeah, I'm going to have a lot more for you in the future. I've got a Patreon page as well. You can check that out at patreon.com/JunoDrome. And if you want a private reading with me, I have them available on my website. Check that out at www.junodrome.com. All right, pile number one, I will see you later. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye. Hi there, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. This is... what does your inner child want you to know? So we're going to dive right in. I got a bunch of tarot cards, and we're starting off with a card from the Fairytale Lenormand, just to set the tone. It is the Tree. All right. So definitely have some nature spirits, nature elemental kind of energy here. So with it being your inner child work, your inner child is coming in to reconnect you with maybe some childhood nature spirits. So it's not just your inner child coming in for this reading. I also get this deep nature, meditative, nature-y energy, these forest sprites, you know, connecting in with a tree, like, just like I'm getting this vision of a little kid running in the woods, kind of an idea, you know, or just like hanging out with a big tree, hanging out at the base of a tree and playing. So I get that kind of energy from this reading right off the bat. We've got this sort of like loving, happy outdoor, you know, on a nice day kind of an energy coming in for you. So let's look at the tarot cards to kind of see what's going on with this. But I definitely feel like you're being encouraged to go outside, you know, that your inner child wants that, you know. That's what your inner child is craving right now, is running barefoot in the grass by a tree kind of a feeling, you know. So if you can do that, I know it's starting to get, if you're in the northern hemisphere, it's starting to get more towards fall, but definitely encourage you to go hang out with some trees right now. That energy is what's calling to you in this reading. We've got, and that can also be a grounding energy as well, you know, going out into nature and trees in general from a symbolic point of view tend to come into my readings when it's encouraging you to do some grounding, which is just getting back into your body and into the earth and out of your head a little bit. So it's like maybe you've been kind of stuck in your thoughts, and so you're being encouraged to take that time to go into nature and to enjoy, you know, a more nature setting for yourself, any of that kind of thing. So let's look at these three cards from the Wild Unknown Tarot. We've got the Nine of Cups. Okay. We've got the Ten of Cups. Wow. Okay, and a little progression there too. Interesting. And we've got the Daughter of Pentacles. Okay, so interesting. I feel like you're in a new, you're definitely in a new beginning here, or a new start, because it's a page. The daughters are the pages in this deck. So it's like, you know, it's a new journey towards the pentacles, which is the physical. So it's like a new physical, the like new job, maybe something in the new material, new place to live, you know, anything like that. You kind of in this new building phase of this. And it's interesting because we have the Nine and the Ten of Cups. It's like you're moving from one to the next. The Ten of Cups is like ultimate emotional well-being, and the Nine is very similar, but it's like the main difference is it's like, you know, the cups are all about happiness and emotional joy. They're the beautiful positive things happening in the emotional body. And so to move from the 9 to the 10 is this sort of like this new start. Is like the 9 of Cups comes when you become very emotionally fulfilled on your own. It's like you've taken a step back and you've really organized your life and your situation to be towards your happiness on your own, and you don't necessarily need other people's validation for that anymore. You're not looking for anyone else to make you feel happy. You've found your own happiness, right? And you're okay alone, you know. And so since you've mastered, I just feel like you've mastered that. You've mastered this 9 of Pentacles, where you can be on your own. You know how to be alone. You know, and you don't have to be alone, but you know, you've got your own happiness. Like, you know that your happiness comes from within. You don't need to find happiness from other people. You can find and be perfectly happy and content on your own. And now that you've done that, we've got this new start here where it's like you're in a new phase of life where your physical world is looking different. The world around you is changing. You know what I mean? It's like you've put yourself into a new physical situation in life, and that's opening you up to now allowing these new friends to come in. It's like you've got this new you know, this soul family coming in, or something like that, you know, if you want to use that terminology. A lot of readers that I watch do, which I like it sometimes. You know, it's like you've got the people for you coming in, you new friends, family, you know, this, like, it's like you've got this ultimate happiness now. Is like, now that you know how to have it on your own, where you don't need to get it from other people, so you're not like compromising yourself and putting you in these codependent situations. You've learned how to get out of that. You're not in that anymore. You're in a new beginning physically, like maybe you moved, or maybe you're in a new place, or you're in a new frame of being physically. Something's changed, a new job, a new something. And now, because of that, you're going to get new friends from this, new family, new people around you, that match this, they're going to match the happiness that you found within on your own. They're going to be on the same level as you. And remember, it's like with this grounding, it's like, come out of your head a little bit, about it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen around you. You don't need to force it. You've already made it all happen. You've already done this, because it's a physical change. It's like that physical change is just now allowing all this to happen for you. Next up, we got 3 cards from the 1JJ Swiss deck. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. So that's a double new beginnings in the material. It's just a reconfirmation of that exact same message. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, and we've got the Ace of Wands. Wow. So it's also a new beginning towards your passions and your drives and your inspirations. Oh, these are all too high up. Sorry about that. That's really, really beautiful. So it's like you have this new beginning that's opened up to you, and it's really allowing you to understand who you are, what you want, where you are in life, but it's also bringing in it's bringing in new friends, new people who fit that, right? Like what you want for your life. The people that are going to be coming into your life now are people who want the same kinds of things, people on the same page. Maybe you've become more spiritual. You're going to find more spiritual people. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. Like, or you've finally dove into that main interest that's like, you started a business, and now people in your life are going to be reflecting your values on that, you've started to follow your artistic passions and drives, and now you're going to find more people coming into your life who are on that page. It's that kind of thing. And with it being these nature spirits, remember that were coming in at the very beginning, that idea of like running through the grass in your bare feet image came to me, and having it with this ultimate happiness with friends and stuff. It's like, give yourself the space to do that. Give yourself the space to go out and enjoy, because it's like, you've got that coming into you. And maybe it's like these nature elementals and these nature spirits are coming into your life to help you as well, right? They're a part of these new people and family and friends. It's like you have new friends on the spiritual planes as well, who are coming in for you, who are like, you've gotten past a bunch of stuff, you've gotten around a bunch of corners, and now like we want to come in and help you. We want to help you celebrate. We want to help you bring in this abundance, because it's like a new beginning towards abundance, towards the material world, and especially with the Queen of Pentacles here, she's like the queen of abundance, she's got it coming to her. Yeah, I definitely feel this abundant energy. The more that you allow in this abundant energy, the more you're going to attract in the people who are also on that page, and you're going to be, in this deeply celebratory energy. I just feel this like very beautiful, wonderful time, having a good time and allowing it to happen, celebrating that, Final 3 cards come from the Universal Waite Deck. We got the Ace of Wands again. That's incredible. The 8 of Cups and the 4 of Cups. So yeah, I think that, when was I saying? With this too, like look at that tree, right? Sitting at the base of a tree. That's coming in again. That's cool. But I was saying something about, I'm not sure. Anyway, with this ace, these double aces here, and then these double, it's like you've got this new beginning. I feel like you're following your passions now, and that's going to lead you towards abundance, right? I think that maybe you've found a way to, start maybe even if this is just the very beginning stages of it. So it's like you figured out a new direction to move monetarily, like for a job or something eventually, or like some kind of career thing, that is going to be way more aligned with your passions and your drives and the things that light you up in life and that make you smile, that make you want to get up in the morning. Like, you're going to be more aligned with that moving forward. And it's coming from letting go and leaving behind a bunch of things. So, you know, as you let these things go and let some things into your life, I think you're leaving a bunch of things behind to find a better thing with this 8 of Cups. And what's cool is you've got the 8, 9, and 10 of Cups. That's really cool. 8, 9, 10. That's like completion and it's steps, right? So it's like you're also at the final stages of this change. You know, that's letting in this new beginning. It's like you've been on this journey, I think, for a while. I think you were on this journey for a while, because remember, like I said about the 9 of Cups, it's like you've learned how to be alone, and now you can find in these new people. To do that, it's like you had to let go of the old people first, which I think is what happened, you know, and let go of the old situations. With this new beginning, it's like you had to end the last cycle to get here. So you're definitely in the beginnings of this new cycle. You're in the new cycle already. But remember, you know, I think that with this 4 of Cups here, you're still thinking about things in terms of the old cycle. You know, you're still thinking of things the way that they used to be. And so your inner child is kind of coming in to let you know, like, hey, no, we're in this new beginning together. You know, you're in it together. And with these passions and drives connecting with your inner child, with this nature tree stuff, it's like, well, remember these dreams and hopes that you had as a child. It's like you're connecting back in with that, and you're going to bring that energy of that childhood wonder into your life as you're moving forward, and you're leaving behind some things that aren't really working for you anymore. And so with this 4 of Cups here, it's like, it's time to let go of these 3 cups that you're just staring off at that weren't working, right? It's like, that's what you're walking away from here. You know, as you move on towards these new things, it's like you've already made that turn, you've already made that choice. So it's like, just reach out and grab that cup, you know? Remember that that's what you did. You chose this cup that the universe is giving you. And so it's like, you can let go of these things that aren't working anymore. You can let go of these situations or people or stuff or any of that stuff that just doesn't fit your life anymore. It's okay. That you've already done the choice to turn away from that. So it's like, so follow through with it, you know? And remember, you're going to find new people. Like, new people are coming in for you. Yeah, anyway, pile number 2, I think that's my reading for you. I'm going to leave it there. Feel free to let me know in the comments what you think. I love hearing from all of you. If you ever want a private reading with me, I have them available on my website. Check that out at www.junodrome.com. I've got some bonus material on my Patreon. You can check that out at patreon.com/junodrome. And yeah, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really, really helps me out. Feel free to like this video as well, and comment if you want. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day, pile number 2. I will see you later. Hey there, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. This is your reading for what are the messages from your inner child. What does your inner child want you to know? We are going to ask the cards and find out together. So I got a bunch of different tarot cards here, but we're starting off with a card from the Fairytale Lenormand to just sort of set the tone. I feel like fairy tales are great for that childhood wonder. What is your inner child wanting you to know today? And we've got the clouds here. So with the clouds, this imagery on this card to me is always this like blowing away any of this negativity, any of these negative thoughts, or just stuff that isn't fitting, you know. It's all this gross kind of gunk, you know, that we all build up. And we all build that up in our lives all the time. So it's sort of, you're being encouraged to kind of blow that away. Your inner child is coming in to say, you know what, we don't have to be so serious all the time. Like, let's blow that out of the water. I don't need that anymore. Like, come in and connect back into this childhood light, you know, within you. So let's see what the cards have to say. First up, we have 3 cards from the Wild Unknown Tarot. We've got the 5, 6, 7, 8 of Cups. We've got the Mother of Swords. And the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, and double owls. Look at that. There's an owl and an owl. That's cool. So some wisdom. You know, your inner child is wiser than you think, and it's coming in with some wisdom today for you. And it's like with this Queen of Swords, the Mother of Swords is the Queen of Swords in most decks. It's definitely that inner wisdom. You know, I've got that inner wisdom coming in here, strong. You know, like trust your own inner wisdom. You know more than you think you do. I think that maybe, you know, you've been in a situation that you don't really quite know how to move forward. You know, with this blowing away this negativity energy, it's really about like letting go. The Eight of Cups are all about moving on from a situation, letting go of the things that aren't working and moving into a new situation. And with this Wheel of Fortune here, it's like you've got this very deeply fortunate energy coming in. So it's all about you tapping into that fortune for yourself. It's here for you. You're in a fortunate period. It's time to follow that fortune towards, you know, the new day that wants to come into you. With this Mother of Swords, she's all about, you know, she's very wise. It's the mental body, the mental sphere with the swords energy. So it's like tapping into your mind, having a clear head, moving forward with very clear focus, is really kind of being encouraged right now. So really think about the things in your life that aren't working and let them go. Now is the perfect time to let go of any of these things that aren't working out, any of these situations. With this Wheel of Fortune, it's coming in to let you know, like, it's okay. It's okay to let go of some things. And in fact, this is the optimal time to do that. If you let go of some people and some things and some situations and some stuff that just feels stagnant, isn't working anymore, you know, you have the ability right now to really kind of feel that and think that out and really kind of sort out your life right now. And it's going to be really beneficial for you if you decide to do that. Next up, we have 3 cards from the 1JJ Swiss deck. I got the 10 of Wands. Yeah, I'm feeling that for sure. The Knight of Wands. Okay. And the Lovers. Oh, interesting. Okay, so with, you know, the 10 of Wands, it's a lot of Wands energy, which is cool. The Wands are all about your passions and your drives and what lights you up in life. You know, with the Knight here, whenever the Knight comes into readings for me in particular, I tend to read them as what is the movement that's happening in the reading? What is the action that's happening in your life? And that movement that this reading is talking about is moving you to be more aligned with your passions, that your inner child is coming in to say, you know what, I'm not happy right now. You know, we're not in a place of happiness because you've got all this gunk, you know, in the way of maybe some things that you feel like you're supposed to be doing that actually you can let go of. You can blow them away with that 8 of Cups here and move more towards a more passionate life for yourself. You know, be in a more passionate understanding of life. Be in a more passion and drive-filled sense of living for yourself. And when you do that, you're going to be a lot happier. With the 10 of Wands here, the 10 of Wands is the overburden card. It means you've taken on too many things. And so you're really being encouraged to let go of some things. And a lot of the things that you've taken on, it's like the things that you can let go of, don't let go of the things that light you up, that are passionate, that make you excited in life. Like, those aren't the things you're supposed to let go of. You have the ability to let go of these things that you feel like you're responsible for, but that you actually don't need to take responsibility of. You know, it's all of the things in your life right now that you feel like you're supposed to do because of society, or, you know, some kind of conditioning is telling you can't let those things go. But at the end of the day, you probably have more help around you for those things than you realize. There are probably other people who can take up more responsibility so that you can let go of some things, and have more time for yourself, you know, and that it's important to prioritize that. Your inner child is coming in to let you know, prioritize your inner happiness, prioritize your inner child, you know, prioritize that sense of fun, that sense of play, that life isn't supposed to be so serious all the time, that actually life is supposed to be enjoyed. You know, you have the ability to enjoy your life day to day. And so your inner child is coming in to let you know, hey, you know, I'm feeling overburdened right now, and I want to have fun more. I want to have a good time again, you know? And that when you do that, when you follow these passions, when you let go of it, with that Wheel of Fortune here, it's really coming in to say, like, this is the best time to do this. this is such a great time because it's going to be so fortunate for you. You know, the outcome right now is it's such a great time to do this kind of thing. You know, and just think of it as spring cleaning. You know, I know we're in fall, but it's like sweeping it out. Maybe you're in the southern hemisphere. If you're in the southern hemisphere, it is springtime coming up, you know. So maybe you are, but incorporate that into your life. And then with the Lovers here, you know, maybe you have love coming in, or maybe this is more about an inner, you know, self-love, you know, which I tend to make it about either or. You know, it can be either or. Take whatever resonates for your situation, but maybe, you know, now is a really great time to connect back into loving your inner child and allowing that self-love and that heart-centered living really connect into your heart center, and allow that to open you up to the new day, and to happiness. Finally, we have 4 cards from the Universal Waite Deck. You've got Judgment, you've got the 9 of Cups, we've got the 9 of Pentacles. So 2 9s. We got a lot of 9 energy here, which is completion. That's kind of cool. And then you got the Wheel of Fortune again. Wow. Okay, so that's cool. When a card comes up twice in a reading, particularly one with not as many cards as this one doesn't have that many, that's the most important message for this reading. They really want you to know that actually everything's okay right now, that you're actually in a deeply fortunate period for yourself. And so you're being asked to take advantage of that. You know, take advantage of the fact that, like, what would you do in life if you had no responsibilities, right? If you didn't have, there were no supposed to's, let go of all supposed to's in your life. If you could just go out and do whatever you wanted, when money wasn't an option, you know, if you didn't have to worry about money and financing things or any of that, what would you do? What would you do? And you're being encouraged with this Judgment, which is very similar to how I was feeling out the Mother of Swords card here. Is this like this idea of look back on your life and look back on your situation, look back on your things and say, okay, well, what makes me happy? What makes me tick? What do I want in life? And then allow that to be your guiding principle moving forward. And that's actually going to be way more abundant for you than anything else. You know, if you make yourself, with this 9 of Cups here, if you follow your own happiness, right, and you situate yourself where maybe you let go of people and things around you that aren't working anymore, you know, especially with that 8 of Cups here, and you just follow your own sense of happiness, you know, and obviously don't hurt anybody. I'm not asking you to hurt anybody, but prioritize your own happiness in your life because it's your life, you know? If you did that, you know, you're going to be really abundant. And then that abundant energy is going to help you, you know, move to a bunch of other places. So definitely let go of any of this stuff that's making you feel overburdened right now and really tune into what do you need for you? Like, what do you need for your own happiness? And be okay prioritizing your own happiness in your own life. That it's okay, because if you don't prioritize your happiness, no one else is going to. You know, it's up to you to prioritize your happiness because it's your happiness, right? It's not anybody else's. So yeah, your inner child is really coming in here to let you know that, you know, now is the time to prioritize your own happiness and to follow your own passions and to allow that abundant energy to come into your life while you do that, because you're going to be, when you are happy, you let in the ability to continue that happiness. You know, it's just like a self-perpetuating feedback loop you can enter into, and that can be really, really helpful for you. So yeah, anyway, pile number 3, I think that was my reading for you. I hope that it resonates. Feel free to let me know in the comments what you think of it either way. I love hearing from everybody. Please subscribe to the channel if you can, if you haven't already. It really does help me out, and I'm really excited to continue to bring you more videos like this and more content. So yeah, please subscribe. And if you ever want a private reading from me, I have them available on my website. You can check that out at www.junodrome.com. I have a few options there. And then finally, check out my Patreon at patreon.com/junodrome. Anyway, pile number 3, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye.